Hi, and welcome to Stellaroo, a world with both magic and fantasy. You can find all sorts of creatures here, from mermaids to elves, gnomes and orcs, and even dragons. It was a peaceful world, and everyone lived in harmony. Well, that was the case, but then the voidlings appeared. They were small, slimy creatures with tentacles that smelled of the sea. No one really knew where they came from, what they wanted, or anything about them, really. They seemed to eat, feast on anything and anyone. Buildings, people, they seemed to have an endless hunger that always needed to be fulfilled. The residents of Stellaroo saw this problem threatening their families and loved ones, and so the first guild was formed. Then more followed. New guilds were being formed practically every day to hunt down voidlings in order to protect their loved ones. Those within the guild were revered as heroes, and they were seen as exceptional people. And then there were ordinary people, like Rheya, a fairy dragon who enjoyed flowers, collecting rocks, drinking concerning amounts of coffee, and so much more. She lived life, well, normally. She could often be found scrolling through the internet on her phone, playing with her companion Mean, or trying to cook, and burning everything she tries to cook. She was different from her peers in more ways than one. She didn't like loud sounds, preferred to keep to herself, and was considerably much smaller than the other dragons. Additionally, Rheya was 5'4" compared to her other dragon peers, who tended to tower over her at 8 feet and taller. For Rheya, life was content and normal. Until... On that day, Bean ran into the room, dragging a scroll alongside them. It was very extravagant, seemingly covered in stardust, and tied with a large, ornate bow. Bean, what is this? Where did you find this? It looks ancient and dusty. Are you sure this is safe? Okay, I'm reading it. Chill. Oh, this is very fancy. Dear whomever the scroll finds, but I hope this warning reaches you in time. What? I speak of an evil that has destroyed and consumed countless worlds and continues to do so. Bean, where exactly did you find this? Oh, hold on, wait, there's more. I've sent you this message to warn you of the impending evil that will one day befall your home? Unfortunately, we have very limited information on this evil entity at this time. However, what we do know is that she tends to shapeshift or adapt her appearance to blend in with her environment. You know, this is really starting to sound like a horror game, and I'm not a huge fan of this right now. She could be anyone, trust no one. Her minions are as ruthless as her and will eat anything in their sight in attempts to satiate their endless, forever hunger. If you wish to save your loved ones and home, I entrust you with a quest? Find this evil on your planet and eliminate her, no matter what you must do. You have my best wishes and blessings, and I pray that your home does not meet the unfortunate fate that others have received already. As Rheya finished reading the note, she thought it was a joke, a prank from the other dragons. After all, they always did pick on her from time to time for being so different from the rest of them. And so, she thought nothing of the scroll. Days passed, then weeks, but still the scroll's message remained on her mind. From every waking moment it was on her mind, and there were many sleepless nights where it was all she could think about. It drove her insane. That was, until one night, she realized something. The voidlings. They had seemingly appeared out of nowhere, but they seemed to eat anything and everything in their sight, similar to how the scroll had described. They were very much ruthless, and practically impossible to kill. They had to be connected to the scroll somehow, that the scroll had to have some truth to it, and so she went searching for answers. And where better to look for answers than the internet? A place where everyone was connected virtually, surely, should have some answers. She scoured the internet looking for any leads and asking around if anyone knew anything, any more information about the voidlings and where they came from. But she found nothing. That kind of information was restricted to guilds, regarded as knowledge not meant for the public eye. And so, she went to the guild halls. After all, they had fought the voidlings firsthand. If anyone had information on them, it'd definitely be a guild. She stopped by guild, party after party, asking if they could give her any information, no matter how small, but they could not. Rheya soon realized that if you wanted more in-depth information on the voidlings, you had to be a guild member. Eventually, she started asking to join guilds, hoping to find more information and study them up close herself to look for any clues. But it didn't go entirely how she had planned or hoped. Any and all guilds she went to turned her down. They laughed her off, thinking it was a fey prank. That, or she was too small to join a guild, too tiny of a dragon to fight, or would be eaten by the voidlings in a heartbeat. She was seen as useless, and guild by guild she kept getting turned away, till there were no guilds left to ask. That didn't stop her. She kept searching for information. Days, weeks, months passed by. And yet, she still found nothing. All the time she had spent felt wasted. And then one day, while watching one of her favorite streamers, she got an idea. If she can't join a guild, why not make her own? If streaming through the internet could reach everyone in Stellar and other planets, she could make a virtual guild to look for more information. Couldn't she? It was a genius idea, but she still needed a place for her base of operations. So, using her savings from her job, she bought a computer and what was once a small tavern, now overgrown and forgotten about. She adored this small little place that she could call her own, and enjoyed spending time in the greenhouse outside as she worked. And now, she streams, encouraging others to join her guild while searching for answers on how to find the evil and stop her. But, who knows, the evil might already be closer than she thinks.